It's a Monday morning, the weather's not good, and I've agreed to paint an outside. Now, it's not often I do an outside in November, so I'm just hoping and praying that we get 5 dry days. I mean, that would be amazing. Luckily, there are some bits to do on the inside. I know it's not ideal. I don't even know whether we're going to get the dry days. But we're going to do it, and we're going to find a way. And to top it off, yesterday, which was Sunday, I was sat there and my phone went, and it was one of my regular clients that said to me, Stephen, would you be able to... Have you got a few days spare in a couple of weeks' time? Guess what? To go and sort out some windows on the outside that another decorator has bodged up. And you know what I've said? I've said I'll see what I can do, because I'm just up against it with the weather. And I've got this little outside to get done first. So, but you know what? I'll probably end up doing it because she said they've been ripped off, and we don't like that, do we? Right. In a minute, what I'll do is it's not quite time to go down to the job yet, but when I'm ready to go down to the job, I'll give you a look at what we're doing. But first of all, I'll just give you a look at the outside weather. I mean, it's not actually that bad. I might be able to get some prep done this morning because I still need to go out and get some paints and stuff. I don't think I'll be using water-based paints this time of year. I might use some water-based on the door, but I'm going to go to Brewers, and I'm thinking of using the Zinsser All Coat solvent-based. Right, when we're ready to walk up there, I'll go up there, but first of all, I'm just going to have a quick coffee. A flask is one of the best investments you'll ever make, because you've got a coffee whenever you want one. Because 9 times out of 10, you don't take your flask and you don't get a drink. So it's always good to have the flask in the back of your van. Right, so this is the front of the house. And this is the back. There's also a back gate as well. To be fair, it's not actually feeling that cold out here, and the rain stopped. Now, where I'm going to make a start, I think, then, is on this window here. So I'm going to go get the sandpaper kit and that ready, and I'm going to see if I can get this window sanded, this door and frame, and this window, and that little window at the end. I don't want to go too close to it because I think there's someone sort of in that window. Right, I've decided to use the Zinsser All Coat solvent-based because it's solvent-based, and I used it back in April and it dried really quick, and I think that's what we need. And you can use it in temperatures at at 5 degrees and sort of above. I don't know what its maximum degrees was. It like 32 degrees or something like that? I'm not too sure. I'll have to look at the can. But guess what? I've rang Brewers, and they have got the bases for the Zinsser All Coat satin solvent base for the windows, and they've got the tanner brown Zinsser All Coat gloss solvent based for the door. So that's a good start to the day, and it's not raining. what I'm using to prep this is some 80 grit sandpaper. I've got my multi-tool scraper and my good old reliable dust brush. If you would like to purchase some of the similar tools that I used in this video, please feel free to check out the links in the description below. And also, please feel free to check out my tool store. The links are also in the description below. I'm not going to open them at the moment either. I'm just going to prep them all shut and then sort of open them and sand and dust off the bits before I paint. And when you're sanding up against it, try not to scratch the glass, or don't scratch the glass, so don't run your sandpaper on the glass. I've uncovered something there, look. Bit of a disaster really. I was hoping that wouldn't happen and we wouldn't have repairs like that, but we have, so let's keep moving on. Sand. I've prepped the first window. Let me show you what I've uncovered. It's actually quite a disaster really. Well, it's not a disaster, it's all repairable, but I could have done without this. See, up there it was just all flaky, and we've gave that all sand down along with the rest of the window. But when you come down here, look at this corner here, and it was like there was, that's rotten, but we have got that back to a hard edge. But there was like, this was like sand in here, which I've scraped out, and it's all sort of wet. And in this corner, I mean, look at that, there's a right gouge. So I think I'm going to have to get some wood hardener on that and some of that Torpray exterior filler. I mean, look, you're probably going to be saying you shouldn't be doing all this in the winter like this, but look, this is the real world, and I generally do what I need to do to get stuff done, and I do it to the best of my ability, and you know, and that's what we do. And if there's any problems, we can tweak it sort of next year. But yeah, so I think now I'm going to go to Brewers and sort this stuff out. Right, I've just got back from Brewers. I've got the paint and I've got some filler, and also I've got some wood hardener. So I'm going to put some wood hardener in all this rotten bits. It's not too wet. Ideally it needs to be sort of bone dry, but we're not going to get bone dry. But I think where we're at here, it's acceptable. It's not soaking wet. So since I've gone and come back, it has dried out a lot better. But like I say, it's not sort of summer's day bone dry. But I feel that we need to get sank on it. The banging noises that you can hear is there's some workmen on the roof on a different house behind me across the alley. Luckily I have managed to get all the rot out of here, so yeah, so I'm happy. Okay, I put plenty of knotting solution in all that, so let me just give you a little close up. We managed to prep this one without uncovering any nasty surprises. We wasn't so lucky with this one. More rotten wood. This winter ended up being quite severe as well, so we've raked all this rotten wood out to back to sandwood, and we put some wood hardener in it. And these bits here, I'm going to bring my multi-tool tomorrow and cut these bits off there, so they're sort of we just cut them with a multi-tool there and there, and then we sort of get these nails out, and that's what we'll do at the next stage. Now I'm going to go to the front and finish off the rest of the day there. So that's what I've done round the back here. I've just pretty much sanded, raked out loads of rotten wood and put some wood hardener on. So like I say, I'm going to go around the front now, but I'm not going to record anything around there. I'm just going to go around there and spend the rest of the day sanding and not worrying about filming. We managed to sand this window down and get a coat of paint on it. Right, so today we managed to prep the windows at the back, put some wood, dig all the rotten bits out and put some wood hardener in. Like I've just shown you there, we've just managed to sand and undercoat this window bay. And also in between that we went out and got the paints. I also dealt with an issue with the HMRC. They decided to pull me up for £375 after 15 years, but and they give me 10 days from the letter to respond, and they sent the letter on the 24th. I received it I think on the 1st. And so today was the 4th, so I had to sort of deal with that as well, which I've done. So all round today, it's been a good day. So hopefully I'll see you in part 2 tomorrow of painting this outside in November.